Yeah, so we are going to we will go through the walkthrough for IBM MQ, which will be the messaging queue server, and we are going to discuss on the integration options with IBM MQ with the CPI. So mostly IBM MQ is one of the IBM's product which is generally used for the mm, most of the exchange of information between the systems. Okay, so from each slide we have different slides which are represented in this PPT, so that this can able to give you a brief idea how we can able to install the IBM MQ, and how we can able to configure it, and how we can able to connect to the CPI, that means BTP CPI integration. In IBM MQ, generally, this is a exchange of information between applications. Okay, so multiple applications, systems, services, and you can able to send the files also. Okay, so it is the product of applications, systems, services, and files, and sending and receiving messages, message data via message queues. So mostly, if you want to utilize message queue, IBM message queue, it is something like a RabbitMQ. So here, this service we can able to utilize for the messaging of the data, services, and also for the files. Okay, and also cloud integration is one of the big option which we are going to take it in the landscape to connectivity in the high level architecture. Generally, high SAP cloud-based technology platform BTP. Generally, it has the enable the integration suite, which has different systems, applications, and data sources. So we have S4HANA as a data source in the cloud BTP's integration suite, and also we have the applications. Different applications are available like Concur and SAP FICO, all other applications, and also different systems are there like IBM BTP, which will be integrated like a cloud platform, and which has the coming in future, it may be the on-premise editions also available by SAP. Along with the queues, we can have topic also like a pub and sub approach. Generally, if we are discussing with event mesh discussion, it will be pub and sub approach. Generally, it will be used for REST API, and generally JMS also we use it. MFT is a messaging file transfer options. Okay, which will be leveraged in the IBM MQ package installation. So this is the basic of what is IBM MQ, and it is a queue exchange information system which will be by IBM. Okay, and what are the versions supported for IBM MQ integration with the CPI? You can see in this paragraph the integration between C and MQ. Here, this MQ can be accepted as a one of the AMQP 1.0 protocol. This AMQP is one protocol available in our CPI, so that can be utilized for the integrations. And also these versions are available 7.5, starting with 7.5, ends with 9.3 versions. Okay, 8.0 is there, 8.9.0, 9.1, 9.2. All versions are out of that. Mostly we are using versions which is above 9.2 version. So after 9.2 version, those are supported by the integration suite connectivity with IBM MQ. The queues generally queue IBM queue be connected with CI. The topics, these are all called pub and sub method. This is called a pub and sub method. It is published and it can be generally used with the AMQP protocol. This is what you like. This is what the introduction about IBM MQ and the BTP CPI. Okay. Now, once we have to install the IBM MQ. For IBM MQ installation, the prerequisite we need a server, IBM MQ server, which will be a version of 9.2 and above. So below that it won't work. And also this is the URL for the trail version to utilize for the connectivity settings also. In this also there are screenshots which are put on the trail version. And also we need a cloud connector. Okay, the cloud connector is because IBM MQ is a third party, right, and not an SAP product, so we need a cloud connector so that we can able to connect the IS tenant, that means integration suite tenant, which is from the BTP. So IBM MQ and BTP is the BTP is a tenant access with the required integration suite rules. So there are some rules we have to maintain here, and also we need IBM MQ, and I also we need the IBM BTP integration suite tenant. Okay, and first step here is install the IBM MQ 9.2 download setup file. This is the setup file of IBM MQ. How to install that, and you can able to see the IBM MQ Explorer. So you can able to see the setup file.exe which will be loaded. Then you can able to see IBM MQ Explorer. So Explorer looks like this IBM MQ Explorer. It has the message queues, queue managers, and queue manager clusters at the left side of the system. And this is the Explorer screen where IBM MQ Explorer can be utilized for the configuration of the channels. Okay, and here you can see the MQ. We have installation version details will be available in the Explorer message screen. After this, the next step we have to create a new queue manager, that is called QM1. Okay, in the left side you can see in the queue manager you can able to create a MQ1, that is called the IBM MQ1. This is a messaging queue, and it automatically generates with the connection status connected, etc., local type, etc., and also the last updated version details, stack overflow details, and also the Q1. So once the queue is generated, MQ1, and then you have to create the Q2. Create a new queue, that is Q2, under the left side of the queue manager. You can observe here there is one more queue here. We can able to create Q1 and Q2 here. So the Q2 will be created in the Explorer itself. Once the Q2 is created, you can see here create a new AMQP channel. So you have to create a channel that is called AMQP channel, that will be under the left side of the queue. You can observe here there is in the scroll bar, you can down this, here there is a channels option here. So in the channels option we can able to create the AMQP channel, and it will be the channel type of the particular adapter which will be supported for the integration suite, right? And this is a AMCA user ID. So IBM username, something we have to maintain the username of the particular channel. Then in the step 5, we can see that configure the virtual mapping IBM MQ and IBM system in cloud connector. Okay, so in cloud connector is something like we are connecting now these two setups. So cloud connector is required because it needs the communication between the integration suite and IBM MQ. So make sure cloud connector is already connected successfully with a BTP account. You have to check the BTP account is connected with the cloud connector or not. That we have to check the prerequisite. And backend type should be non-SAP system. It should be non-SAP system because IBM MQ is a non-SAP, right? So it has a protocol of TCP only, and also the port will be, you can observe the port 5672, which will be port which will be given to the AMQP channel in the IBM MQ, so that MQ is reinstalled and remaining. You can see this TCP connection here. This will be non-SAP system and protocol is TCP, and you can see the internet host, the IP host of the particular system we will give, and this port is 56972 as discussed, it to be the internal port of the same port. Okay, so non-SAP system of BTP. So once these details are specified in the cloud connector, so that it will able to connect to the IBM MQ connectivity. So the connection to be established via cloud connector. So check out the is it reachable or not. So this is a host and port reachable or not. You can see, you can go to the cloud connector administration. You can see there is a cloud on premise option here, and you can see that on the option cloud option premise is, you can observe that is it reachable. So if it is reachable green, then you can able to transfer the messages between the IBM MQ and the cloud connector, right? It is connected. So step 6, we have connectivity SAP integration suite cloud connector. You can observe here, this is the location of a test channel. So whatever the channel you are connected, it is given during the connection between cloud connector and BTP. Okay, so this one you need to test from the cloud connector in the integration suite, and here you can check is this a particular cloud connector is able to reachable from your integration suite or not, right? So once this is done, we can go to the step 7. Here you can see the test connection from SAP integration suite, IBM MQ and AMQP. So once you're able to connect the integration suite with the cloud connector via cloud connector for integration suite with IBM MQ, then the next step we have to do the AMQP adapter. Is it this particular adapter is able to channel is able to actually reachable or not. You can see this is the transport protocol TCP. Host name is a test MCP and the corresponding port name, and this on-premise system that is IBM MQ which is connected, and it is tested channel. So once this particular MQP adapter is able to be reachable, then we can able to see the deploy the SL username password for IBM MQ in security material. So you can go to the integration suite and install the corresponding IBM username password, which is IBM user is created so that we can able to make a communication. So the username must be defined here so that it will be in the integration suite of security material. Once that is done, we can see the creation of flow. A basic flow we will create, which will be managing IBM MQ and AMQP channel. So here the virtual host will be port details along the local ID and the test details. So you can see this particular simple flow which is having AMQP flow. So the sender will be the start button we are using. So push the message from the content modifier, and the AMQP adapter will be used for the receiver. So here the details will be given. The host name will be given test MQP, and the port is given local ID. That is the channel name. Okay, on-premise channel name and authentication, and the MQP new credential names to be given, which is the credential we created for the MQP and deployed into the security material. In the 10th option, 10th step, what we can able to do here is once that is done, we can able to check the channel. So the channel MQP adapter, in the channel level of the MQP, you can see the receiver connections so that the destination Q2 is reachable or not, and also the persistent queue and the text option. Okay, once the queue setup is done, we can able to provide the sample message to the content modifier. So just a simple message for something here. There is a message here, and you can able to pass this by using the start timer. It will automatically pass to the AMQP adapter via message. Once the message is passed, triggered, the timer will trigger the message, and the flow will be executed, then providing a simple content modifier. Once you can see this iPlay message channel, and we can observe this particular sender channel. Okay, and this is the sender channel of MQP with the start button, and there is a groove script maintained for the logging of the payload. So the details will be given. Once this is done, we can see the testing purpose, storing the payload, read IBM MQ and Q2. So for this purpose of testing, we are trying to send this particular queue, and whatever the triggered message from the content modifier, we can able to be checked in the logged version of the system. So once this particular in the channel monitoring in the integration suite, you can observe this particular payload is already tested, and you can observe that payload, whatever the sample payload is already sent, and this monitoring dashboard, you can able to see the IBM MQ is connected. So this is the payload. You can able to see sample payload, test payload, and here monitoring message of IBM MQ. Here you can see that in the IBM MQ channels, you can able to see the corresponding MQP channel name, and also the extended channel ID and details. So before execution, read and write status. So this is what in IBM MQ you can see the message status in the IBM MQ. And once after execution, you can observe that there is a in the extended option, you can observe here message sent is 0 here. Here the messages sent are 1 with a particular username. Okay, so this is the running status. So messages so this is the how we can able to integrate the IBM MQ with the CI, and these are the steps. MQP, which is mostly event broker, generally it works as a event broker. It is a pub sub model of the topic, exchanging the messages of the queue, which provides a tight integration between CI and IBM MQ. After the time migration PO to the integration should requirement transfer JMS scenario, IBM MQ should done with the CI blog, which provides the detail that if you want to see, there is a blog available, SAP blog, you can able to go through. If the data of IBM MQ is a topics stored, in case if it is topic food, it is called event driven model. So EDA, that is called EDA model, event driven model. So in the event driven model, it will be like pub sub model. So publisher will publishing the event, and the subscriber will be sub subscribing that particular event. So this is called pub sub event of the topics if it is used for the AMQP protocol. So two options we have. This is the messaging, simple messaging option. This is called the pub sub model. Okay. So this is how we can able to integrate IBM MQ with the cloud platform integration. A simple demo with the screenshots. Okay. Thank you.